Hello, everyone. Welcome to Touchdown on True Sports, brought to you by Pickups, your everything on demand delivery app. My name is Chantal Alicia, and I'm going to be your host for today's show. Joining me today are my analysts, Nolan Kangas, Luca Moya, and Stephen Plennon. Today, we've got some exciting topics to discuss and what's to come in Week 13. So I'm sure you guys would all agree with me when I say this was definitely the longest week in football history. So first topic of discussion for today is going to be the Pittsburgh versus Baltimore game that I know we all just finished watching. So tell me, Stephen, what were your thoughts and who gets your game ball?
Oh, my thoughts of the game were it was just another game to me, really. I mean, it should have meant probably a bit more, but with the effects of COVID coming to the game and a lot of players being taken out on both sides and having to push the game back from Thanksgiving to Sunday, then to Monday, then to Tuesday, and then to actually had to get it to happen on Wednesday. I mean, it just kind of took all the air out of the game to me, if you ask me. It was a good game in some lengths, I would say, but didn't really hit the note that I thought it would. You were asking who my game ball would go to? Hard decision. I wanted to give it to the Steelers defense. I really did, because they played a solid game. I mean, up until the fourth quarter when Tracy McSorley comes in of all people and throws a 70-yard TD bomb to Hollywood Brown, that was their first passing first down the whole game. So think about that. That defense really held them in check. But after they gave that up, I was kind of like, man, it was just a letdown, and it made the game better, but there was nowhere else for the game to go. So in the end, I mean, Ben came in, Juju had a TD. It didn't look like the greatest offensive work for the Steelers, but I'm just going to give the Steelers as a collective the game ball. The team, you guys came out, got a win, still undefeated. Cool, good for you.
Yeah, I think it has to go to a Steeler in this situation. They won the game, but again, the defense played great. Ben did what he had to do. I'm looking at the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, Don Martindale. I thought he, coached up a really good game plan. Considering they didn't practice guys all week, their secondary was the only one intact, and it showed. Jimmy Smith got hurt early in the game, but they still did what they had to do. And I thought, those goal line stops that they had on the Steelers, this game could have been over really early, and they kept their team in the game. And I think that's a big reason why this game went down to the wire. That 80-yard touchdown, just one of those freak plays, really. He gets in some space, he makes a guy miss, and there he goes, especially with the speed that Brown has. And I think, the defensive coordinator for the Ravens did a great job in this game. Yeah, they lost, but there were some questionable coaching decisions, especially by Harbaugh. Again, at the end of the first half, I don't know what he was doing there. But again, a guy like that who has a veteran job in this league, you can't make a mistake like that, especially when pretty much your season is on the line. And, he didn't handle that situation well. I thought the defense did a great job to keep Baltimore in it. They did end up getting the loss, but it's hard to contain the Steelers. I mean, they're 11-0. But they haven't impressed me too much to say that they're the best team, like the greatest team, 11-0. They haven't won or they haven't lost yet, but I think the defensive coordinator deserves some credit here.
So a few takeaways from this game. I've been banned from Twitter for a couple of days. I don't know why, but so I was trying to figure out different things to do during the game. So I was, specifically focusing on the Steelers defense. I want to see how dominant they were, and they were great in moments. There was a few key plays that the Ravens were successful on. It was whenever they did read option or runs to the right. That's where they became successful. So that's going to be a question mark coming into the playoffs, whether you face the Titans with Derrick Henry or the Colts, who are pretty good at running the ball now, or if you get those Ravens again and Lamar healthy, there's going to be some questions to answer there. Also, Bud Dupree. He's been terrific this year. They are the number one pass rushing duo in football, Dupree and TJ Watt. So what's going to be, the answer there? I think he's out for a while. That didn't look good at all. Maybe an Achilles, maybe an ACL. I don't want to be, questioning, but it did not look good at all. But for me, I'm with Luca. Game ball goes to the Ravens defense. The fact that the Ravens offense outscored the Steelers offense, that's wild. The fact that, Baltimore was that keen on staying into this game when pretty much the whole entire Steelers offense was healthy except for James Conner. Okay, their running game hasn't been great this year, and their center Marquise Pouncey. That Ravens D impressed me a little bit, and I think they're going to move in the right direction moving forward. They're 6-5. Hopefully they can improve down the road.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you guys because I was thinking for a second there, if Lamar was playing, could this have been Pittsburgh's first loss? We don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, maybe.